Hi, good evening, and welcome to everyone. Welcome to THFC till I die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. And yes, Dermatron is on his own tonight. He is going solo. They let the loony loose in the asylum, in the Tottenham asylum, and let's see what little mischief we can get up to tonight. Hopefully, quite a lot. There's a bit of news to get in. We'll start with the breaking news. Tottenham have completed the signing of Min-Hyuk from South Korea. He will stay where he is. He's signing a long-term contract, and the medical has been booked. He was recommended by Sonny, so he's going to be brought in as a replacement for Son. Probably is, because Sonny's not going to last forever, guys. And we'll talk a little bit about him, a bit about Emerson. He's nearly going to AC Milan as well. There's a lot of conflicted rumours tonight about the Juventus striker coming in, Chester. I never get his name right. Are we in for him? Apparently it's a 25 to 35 million pound bid, being reported on an Italian website. So I put it to my source. He's double checking, making sure if it's true. There's also rumours out that Ivan Toney wants Spurs. Tottenham are, there's three. If you're Paul O'Keefe off Twitter, Tottenham have got 3 deals on the line, ready to go. Nobody's holding them up. It's just about getting them out when the time is right, when it's ready to be put out to the media. And we have to see. But a lot going on. A lot of transfer news as well. There's a bit of a transfer war happening between Aston Villa and West Ham. And also in France, Bordeaux, one of the big clubs in France, has today gone non-professional. All players' contracts have been terminated and their training ground has been closed as well. So, a lot to get through. We're going to see how long we go on. As I said, I am going solo tonight, so please bear with me if I make a mistake, if I'm trying to do 20 things at once. But please hit the like button. Please hit the subscription button if you can as well, here on THFC Till I Die. Also over on the Full-Time Sports Network, our YouTube partner as well, and what a great partnership it's been with them. Also, I see a Patreon member, Boris, is in the crowd. Big up, Boris. Hope you're doing well, sir. In the chat, if you want to be like Boris and become a Patreon member to get on the podcast, the Cockle Club podcast every Friday. Boris is free tomorrow night, Boris. If you want to join us, email me. We'll get you links there and we'll get you on. Also, for coming on for fan shows as well, you're going to need a Patreon membership while we fight the battle with YouTube to get our become monetized again. But let's see what happens. I think it's a good day for Tottenham. I'm going to go through the chat. I'm going to go through some of the news, and then I'm going to have a little bit of my say on the transfer market as a whole and Tottenham's business. Why I'm kind of confident that Tottenham will get the players in that we're after, and why I think we have to be a little bit more patient than normal. I think this is not an ordinary transfer window. We've had the Euros, we've had the Copa America. A lot of players are away on holidays, don't want to talk to agents. They want to spend time with their families. They want to spend time with their loved ones, so they don't really want to be talking football. You may find in the next week or so, deals start getting done. Tottenham start getting the players in. There's also news on Eze as well. I've got a bit of news on him. Let's see who's in the chat tonight. And let's just see who is about. Big up to the Hotspur Lounge. Just to let you know, the Hotspur Lounge, me and Keela both subbed to your channel last night. So watch your channels. We have to get you on before the start of the season. Get you on, sir. So please email me or email us, myself or Tequila or Colin and Philip. We'll get back to you and we'll organise you to come on to a debate show or podcast before the start of the season. Big up to Simon as well. Big up Simon Cohen. Here's our patron legend. This man is a legend. He's a patron member. So you want to be a bit like Boris? Become a patron member. Cheap for chips, €4. Get that membership and you get to come on podcasts and you get to come on debate shows as well, and the fan shows that start after the Leicester game. Do that. It helps us. You give money to Patreon. It helps us give you better content, better graphics as we grow this channel, as we march on to 2K. So big up Boris, hope you're doing well. And he says, He says, finally been able to catch the stream from the start for the first time in a while. It's great to see you in, Boris. He also says, better call the loony police. Now as Dermo's by himself, he seems to not to be talking the anti-loony meds. No, I haven't taken them tonight. I decided to go full med free. Chiesa is a winger and a forward, so he can play the wings and number 10s and so on. Yeah, I think it'd be a great signing if it's true. But the only thing is, it was on, I got it double checked. I got it sent to me, and I sent it to my other source, and he said it was on an Italian website, which is not a tier 1. So we have to be very careful. But it's speculation. It's out there in the footballing world. That is what it is. Big up to Daniela Zito. Don't worry, Daniela. You're late in Orient. Playing manager on EA Sports. I'm going to do that on EA 25. So if you can wait for EA 25, which is coming out in September, as soon as it comes out, I'm doing the Tottenham one, and I'm also going to do a Leyton Orient one. I'm going to put Ange in charge of Leyton Orient. I'm sure Daniela will love a bit of Ange ball. Anyway, she says, good evening. Looking forward to the Cockerel Clock podcast tomorrow. So am I. Ain't watched one for a while. 3 weeks till the season starts. Looking forward to it, Dermot. We need experienced signings in. Look, it will happen. Daniela, have faith. It will happen. I cannot wait for the start of the season. I am so excited. It's like waiting for Christmas for me. The start, we're having around the grounds for the first Saturday Premier League game. The 2 games will be on the Full-Time Sports Network, the early game, and the European Football Network as well, where all your other Premier League games will be shown live. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And we do need experienced signers, but they will come. They will come, Daniela. Be patient. This transfer window is a weird one. It's not like a normal transfer window. And no other big clubs have really done anything. Yeah, okay, you can say that. Aston Villa have bought players and Manchester United bought players, but no other big team around us has gone big. So, look, it'll happen. It will happen. Boris says, all jokes aside, yeah, not too bad. Hope you're good. I'm grand. Always good. I love doing these shows and I love talking to you guys as well. Great. Big up, Boris. We'll get you on tomorrow evening. You'll be joining me and Colin for the Cockerel Clock podcast. Carl Simpson. Hello, Derm. Hello, Derma. Hello, Carl. If you want to join me, Carl, let me know and I'll send you a link for you to come on. I'm just out, but wanted to show some love. Everybody's described to this wonderful channel. Derma's going to say one thing. Can you feel it? Because I can. Yeah, Spurs are going to win the quad. Hashtag the quad for Spurs. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Evening, all hope you are well. Damn, we're still caught in Eze. Can't see it happening myself. I got a little bit of news on Eze, and I don't think it's going to make Wayne Bonner very happy, but who knows? Really appreciated the subs. Made my day. No problem. We're here. Any help you need with the channel, myself, Tequila, Colin, and Philip, we're all here to help you. We'll help you along your way, sir. We know what it's like. I've been there. As I said, it'd be 3 years in August. I started on my phone. I did my first couple of streams on my mobile phone. And it takes a while to build up, but you do get there. Boris said, yeah, it's a tier 2 Italian source. It is, so that's why I'm waiting for it to be confirmed. We got the speculation about the South Korean first from tier 2. We did. And by fair, now I know Mr. Harris did a big video on this on his channel, and a very good video as well, by the way. Please, everyone go over to the Irish Hotspur, give that video a like, because they did put a lot of hard work into that video he did, and it's a very good video, very good pre-record. Him and Jake work hard over there on the Irish Hotspur, so give them a little bit of love as well, guys. Absolutely great channel. Love going on there. Got a lot of time for the boys. They're absolute legends, and have been a massive help to me as well, been brothers to me. When I've needed people, they've been there. They've stood by me. So go and show them some love. But we did break it here first. On the Sunday, I think, when it came out, we broke it here first. So you did hear it here first. But yeah, it was right. It was a tier 2 English source. So you spot on with that, Boris. Carl, it's tier 2. I'm confident Chiesa is on his way. Do you know what? Carl? I'm going to get on your train and say, I think he's on his way. Carl Simpson, yeah, it just depends on what tier two. Well, it could be a good tier two source, or it could be some Italian lad in his mum's basement got bored and decided just to put it up on the internet. Who knows? Anyone can be a source. Me, HP, catcher, who knows? Nick Fadley, big up. Nick, haven't seen you before. Please hit the like button, the subscription button, mate. Great to see you in. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the show. Says, what positions we need a player in the most? I think the player we need most is a striker. We haven't replaced Harry Kane. And I think that was to our detriment, I think, mostly last season. Sonny did well up there. So did Richie, to be fair. When Sonny was away, Richie did stand up. But we need that striker. We need that 20, 25 a season goal striker that's going to be up there and put them chances away. And Ivan Toney, as much as I have my doubts about the man, I think as a player, he would do one hell of a job for us up front. And he wants to come to us. He wants to come to Spurs. He likes what Angie's doing. And this is the thing. People saying we need Champions League to make players want to come to Tottenham. And partly that's correct. But I think Angie's also a big reason players want to come here. Because they love the environment they're in. They love the way Ange plays football. And they love the way Ange has the environment within the squad. Everyone's brothers. Everyone's one big family. They all fight for one another. And I think it's more of a tighter unit than it was under Poch. I said it last season. This reminds me so much of the early 80s with the team we had under Keith Birkinshaw. The team that was built under Birkinshaw to win 2 FA Cups and the UEFA Cup and get to many finals. Got to a League Cup final, a Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. So during that 4-year period, we were very successful. And it's the same sort of feeling again. Something's brewing down White Hart Lane. Something is brewing. Something is brewing massively. But big up, Nick. And look, please hit the notification bell for more shows to come. The thing I'll find great is that South Korea and Bergville, I think they've both become club grown and homegrown as well, since they're only just. That is a very, very good point. A very good point. And that is where I think it's up to 21. Now, Dave Harris knows more about this than I do. I have to double check on this. But I think anyone under the age of 21 can be used as a homegrown player. So, yeah, for me, that is great. Carl says the quad is on. Carl is saying he's doing a little bit of breaking news tonight, Carly boy. I don't know where he's getting his sources from. We'll have to wait and see. Eze has agreed personal terms for Spurs, and Palace have just signed his replacement. Now Spurs will spend the money. Look, we have to wait and see. As much as I do trust you, Carl, right, sorry. As I told you, these things happen. As I do trust you, Carl, but I'm double checking with my other source. And look, if that breaks at midnight that we signed Eze, I will come back live. You know I will, guys. So you will get it here first. Maybe Carl's the first one to announce it. Maybe Carl can get the Maybe Carl has broke the news first. Big up to Carl. Thank you so much. That means a lot to the lad as well, but big up as well. Where's that come from? Asking Daniela. I can't say where I've got it, the info, but I trust it. Well, you know what to do, Carl. You know my source. So send that to my source as well if you can. That would save me doing it. Hopefully it comes true. We need Eze in. Yeah, we do. But I had news on Eze today that he wants to go somewhere else, and I will go through that. Things is, says Boris, what it looks like, it would either be Neto or Chessier, not both. Question, which one would you like? I prefer Chessier than Neto. But maybe other people, it's a bit like, who do you fancy, Mason Mount or McTominay? If you had to pick one, which one would you pick? And I would say probably Mason Mount, but I'm a minority in that one on this channel or that. But you know about transfers, it's silly season. Absolutely silly season. Do you reckon Eze will be a Spurs player but start soon? If this is true, what Carl is saying, I think so. I think so. Danielle is saying not Neto, she's going for Chessier, 100%. Big up to Tequila, my old warhorse, my old co-host as well. I'm lost without you tonight, Tequila, but it is your day off, and I know you've had a few things to do. I hope you're well, man, and I hope you're doing all right. I heard losers in Mum's basement came running. What's up, Dermo? Well, we reckon this Italian tier 2 source, right, they put up about Chessier coming from Juventus to Spurs, is some 16-year-old kid in his mum's basement just causing mischief. That's what we reckon. But, you know, Purdy says, you never know. Big up the Boris as well. They have to be at the club for 3 or more years, and max age you can become a club and homegrown is 18 in the Premier League. Thank you very much for that, Boris. He says, well, I was the first one to know. You were. I have to say you were, Boris. You were the first one to break it on this channel. So big up to you. Big up to you, Boris, as well. If it happens at midnight, I'm changing my name to Charles Romero. Well, I got called the other day Seamus Romero, so maybe the Romero name's going around a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to call you that from now on. Then we're good. Boris says Chelsea is not injury prone. Played 33 games from June, scored 9 goals, only missed 5 games. I know it will only cost around, I'm hearing around 25 to 35 million. I'm hearing euros. I would love Chelsea too. Big up to it. Don't get off topic and don't get mad now. If you want to ask the question, Nick, that's what you're here for. That's what I'm here for. This is a Spurs channel, but I love talking about all other types of football as well. Would you play for PSG, Inter, or Atletico Madrid? Oh, that's an interesting one. I wouldn't play for PSG because I just don't like PSG. And I wouldn't play in the Farmers League anyway. It would have to be either Inter Milan or Atletico. I think I'll go for Atletico because I like to know, and I like Spanish football anyway. So I love La Liga. So for me, it had to be Atletico. I know Tequila's picked Inter. So great name as well. He says great first name as well because Tequila's first name is Nick, guys. So there you go. Great names think alike. And Boris says, thing is, the tier 2 Italian source is followed by Fabrizio Romero. So that could mean something since the person who did it is a Jew fan. So what I feel it has it. Do you know what? I think there's more to this than meets the eye. If you're telling me that, and Carl's, and I'm getting a double check from my source, we may have a major breaking news on this channel tonight. Boris said, Nick, if we're talking current day Atletico, but if we're in the 90s and early 2000s into June, they were great back in the day. Big up to Premier Hotspur TV. Haven't seen you for a long while, sir. How are you keeping? So evening, guys, and everyone needs to calm down. We will get these deals over the line. I can see you changing, leaving. Premier, that's what I've been telling people for the last week and a half. Everyone needs to chill out a bit. Take a chill pill. It's going to happen. As I said earlier in the show, at the start of the show, it's a very weird window because you've had the Euro 2024, you've had a Copa America as well, and a lot of players that you would be buying are away on holiday with the families. They're not going to want to talk to agents. They want a week or so off, be with their loved ones, get 2 weeks to themselves, and then start saying, right, where am I going? And leave all the work to their agents and to their footballing teams. But I can see a change in him. I agree with you. I think you look at the players that Angie's been allowed to bring in. He's been more back than any other Tottenham manager, I think, since Poch. And Poch wasn't even back properly. I think Levy sees something in Ange. He's seen what he can do. And a lot of the players we're bringing in are young players, but by Jesus, Mickey van der Ven, Destiny. You've got the likes of Bergville. You've got the likes of this young South Korean rising star. He's supposed to be a wonder kid. And some of the clips I've watched of him today, this kid is something special. And then you've got Archie Gray coming in. You've got Mikey Moore. You've got some of the academy coming in. You've got, and fill it out with some experienced players. Brennan Johnson's only 22. Mickey van der Ven's 23. Destiny, I think, is only 22, 23. And you spread that, sprinkle that with a bit of experienced players that will, like back in the 80s or back in the 60s and 70s, we will have a team that will match anyone. I think it'd be a better team than the Poch's young team that went nearly close to winning stuff. The one thing I think we've got advantage over the Poch team is we have a winner in the dugout. We have a manager that can take teams over the line, who won't make tactical errors in finals, who doesn't go by egos. I swear, if Andrew's in charge of our Champions League final team, Tottenham would have won the Champions League against Liverpool. I feel if Andrew was in charge when we were playing Leicester, we would have won the league because we would have had an experienced manager to get us over the line. And that was the problem with Poch. As much as we all love Poch, as much as we all were grateful to Poch, as much as we all were thankful for what he did, he was a manager who made mistakes. You start a Champions League final. Anyone in the right mind would start with the player that got you a hat-trick, that got you there. But no, you start a player that's half fit, who couldn't do much. I mean, you look at Harry Kane in the Euros, right? For the guys who support England in the chat. I mean, I was saying all the way along they needed to bring in Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney come on for 5 minutes. He did more in 5 minutes for England than Harry Kane did in the whole tournament. Now, I know if Philip's here, Philip would disagree with me wholeheartedly, and I know some people in the chat might disagree with me. But I think, personally, I think we would have won them trophies under Ange. And then get the same buzz as I did back in the early 80s as a young fan. I was only a young kid in the 80s. And I remember being excited about Tottenham. I'm getting the same buzz in my stomach that this team is going to be successful. This team is going to take us places. We have a back five that can rival any team in the Premier League. Destiny, Romero, Van de Ven, Porro, Vicario. A really solid back five. All we need now is a winger, a midfielder, a number 6, and a striker. And I think we've cracked it. And I think Andrew will take us to the promised land. He really will. So big up to Tequila. No one knew Destiny exactly. Papa Sarr, Mickey Vicario before they came to the Prem, since a lot of Spurs fans only stick to watching Prem football. I watch a lot of other leagues, and I agree with you. When I knew Vicario was coming, Colin, who's on our channel, who's a goalkeeper as well, knew a lot about Vicario, and he did a scout report and how right he was proven to be. But yeah, you're right, Boris. A lot of people just watch Premier League football and don't see the talent that we're buying. And it's not like we've got Steve Hitchen in charge of the transfer, buying the players. And it's like the whole transfer team's been changed. And at the top of it is Paratici. He's the one who built this transfer team. And now with Lang in it as well, it seems to be sprinkled with a little bit of dust, a little bit of golden dust. And Levy seems to be leaving the football decisions to the football people. And he's just concentrating on the business side. Yes, he has the final say on transfers. Yes, he has the final say on signing the checks. But I think he's more relaxed than leaving the football side to the football people, because there's competent people running the football side. We've got a manager in Ange who's competent in what he's doing, a winner everywhere he goes. All the players love him. All the players will run through a brick wall for him. Paratici, as a consultant, really just building what he built before he had to resign because of what happened in Italy. Really building foundations and adding to it. And as a consultant now, he's advising it, and everyone seems to be working for each other. There's a connection between the manager and the director of football and the chairman. There's a direct line between them. where before it was all disconnected and it was like, leave it, I'm buying this player and Steve Hitchen, or I'm going to buy Dombele for 60 million from France. This is a great player. The biggest load of waste of money I've seen in my life. But we have it right now. And I think you're right, Boris. I think our transfer team needs an awful lot of thanking from us because they've picked some really gifted young players. Premier Hotspur says, I think something special is happening behind the scenes. Could be a change of mentality. I think it's a change of everything. You look at the start we made last season. And, okay, we had our wobbles during the middle of the season and we didn't have a great end to the season. But you still felt there was something there. There was something. And we added to that in the summer, which we have. Look at Archie Gray. What a signing. You look at Bergville as well that's come in. And we had that with a proper striker and a number 6 and a winger as well with this young rising superstar from South Korea too. I think he's here to eventually replace Sonny when Sonny retires. But I tell you what, he was recommended by Sonny as well. But absolutely brilliant. Anyone else come in? Big up Tequila putting all the things in. I don't know why he put an Arsenal channel in there. I'm quite disappointed in you, Tequila. Boris is saying, I've watched Championship football time to time. I knew we were getting the gem in Archie Gray, but unfortunately, didn't watch any of Bergville, but he looked good from the highlights. Same with the South Korean. The South Korean, the highlights I've seen from him has been unreal. And look, I can understand fans getting frustrated, right, and getting a bit nervous because it's going to be, we've seen this all before. But it's different. This is different. This is totally different. And I'm expecting some major announcements over the next few weeks. Really, really am. Just to see if anybody else is coming. This upcoming season will be crucial. We need to win the trophy. I think we will win the trophy this season, guys. I really do. Now, I tell Bobby you said that. Bobby knows how much I feel about Arsenal. I love Arsenal as much as I love a rat. That's how much I love Arsenal. And Bobby knows that. Bobby's fine with that. Bobby's fine that we're the Kings of White Hart Lane and they're only a South London club. Bobby knows that. It's fine. It's fine. You wait till we play them in the North London derby. We're going to whip their ass. We're going to Neil Shafton. They have been changing the makeup of this team since, they have since last summer. They have, Neil. And nobody, look, even the most vermin. Yeah, I like Bobby a lot. I've got great respect for Bobby. Bobby and Colin have been great help to our channel, so I've got nothing but respect for them two guys. Even the most Vernon Levy outer, I think we'll have to admit, Tottenham has changed. Something is changing at Tottenham. That we're now building a great young side. And I think even the most Vernon Levy outer will admit that. Well, they should admit that. So I'm quite optimistic that this season we're going to do well. We're going to win something. Look, I don't mind if it's the League Cup. A trophy is a trophy. If we do that, then I absolutely would love that. We've got Neil saying, might want to pump the brakes on the new Korean. He has really only been playing against second tier. Yeah, but he is skillful. And I don't think Sonny would have recommended him if he didn't see potential in him. And there's all potential. We all know that. He's only, He's only 16, 17 years of age. So, look, we have to see what happens. I've got all the stats about him and where he's from and everything, guys. So I have got that coming up for you. Carl says, THFC to the Tottenham Hotspur are interested in Fabrizio Federico Chettia and are prepared to pay 30 million to complete his signing. This would go beyond the 25 million that both AS Roma and Napoli are willing to pay. Juventus would accept. Such proposals, Gianni, I don't know who that fella is. Maybe Sonny's maybe he is, but look, maybe he is, who knows? But isn't the same thing for second tier for Archie and for Bergvall and for Papa and like, yep, as well. It's a big jump up in size and speed, and I am trying so hard not to get hyped up. Stay calm, Carl. Stay calm. We support Spurs. Carl, do you want to come on? Let me know, and I'll send you the link privately. Don't do it, Carl, says Tequila. Right. Well, let's start with this. Well, I'm going to start with this bit of news first, guys. I don't know why I did that. Let's see now. Will that work? I don't know why. Yeah, that's working. Here we go. Now, I got this a bit late last night, guys, so couldn't get on last night with it. But this is the very latest I've got on Emerson. AC Milan, I've had new contacts with Tottenham for Emerson Royal. There is a €3 million difference between the fee offered and the proposed receipt. Personal terms agreed in May. Talks still ongoing between the clubs. I think Emerson will end up at AC Milan. I think he will. I think this deal will get through 3 million. They may say, well, look, we'll put that as add-ons. 3 million after 20 appearances or something like that. I think Emerson is on his way to Serie A, and I think it will get done. So thank you, Emerson, for your services. I think you are thing. We've got Boris going, oh, yeah, Dermo. Reports have just come out that Gata Talasway have just submitted a bid for Emerson. I don't know if it's true. If it's been accepted, I don't know. I'm waiting for a major update from my source. So, and I know he hasn't been well today, so I'm giving them a bit of a break today. But look, things are hotting up, guys. Things are hotting up. They really are. It's a good move for Emerson. Can't help but like the bloke, though. He is an infectious character. He is. You're right, Carl. You can't but love him. He's that sort of. Do you know what? Emerson, for me, when we really needed him, he stood up last season and played centre-back. And where the likes of an Eric Dyer or Sanchez would let us down, or a Ben Davies would let us down, Emerson didn't let us down in that position, by the way. And when we needed him, he was there. So, you know, and I love Emerson. I think him, and I think that Brazilian connection with Lucas Moura as well is starting to dwindle. And we're getting sort of the Italian mob now in Tottenham. And I think, but look, wherever Emerson goes, I wish him all the very best. And I think he will go. I don't think he will be at Tottenham for next season. We've got Neil Shafton. We'll have to go into the new season regarding optimism. Not an hell's chance, Neil. I'm as deluded as the next person. I'm going, the quad's on. We're going to win everything. I think this squad will be one of our best, provided we get goals. Defense is not so bothered. It's goals and getting the striker. If we get a striker, we're going to do extremely well next season. It's all about getting that striker in. And if we can get that midfielder in and that striker in and that cover for centre-back, I think we're going to go places. And do you know what? The problem, right, I see this, right. I've seen a lot of Ange. I'm a massive Tottenham fan first, but I'm also a massive Celtic fan. So, and I hear the argument the Scottish League's no league, right? In one way, I probably would agree with you on that. But in another way, you still got to play what's in front of you. You still got to beat what's in front of you. At the start of the season, it's not a case of, oh, Celtic, oh, you can have it this year, or Rangers, you can have it this year. Celtic need to beat Rangers, or Rangers have to beat Celtic 4 times a year. But they still have to go to Hearts and Aberdeen and Dundee United and Hibs and all these other places and win games. And they've still got to beat what's in front of them. Celtic should not have won the league last season. They made heavy work of it. And the football was totally different. So Ange is a winner. Ange's second season, he wins something. Ange will get it right. And we need to back Ange all the way. We need to back the players all the way. Because what he's building at Tottenham now, I think, is a team that could be the greatest team since the 80s. And I think it's going to be a better team, even better than the Poch team. I think we got a team, and I don't know if Colin Cross would agree with me because he's been a fan longer than me, but I've been a fan for 42 years now. I think this team could be on par with the early 80s team, with the talent we had in that team as well. with talents of Garth Crooks and Steve Archibald and Glenn Hoddle and Graham Roberts and Steve Perriman and many others, Ray Clements in goal as well, for part of that. I think we will have a team to match that. I love my Spurs. I love my Spurs history. And I look back through the years at Tottenham, and I think this is an exciting time. I just really do. I think Tottenham will succeed this season. And this is what I love about football. This is what I love about the Premier League and the start of the season. You've got all the hopes and dreams as a fan to be successful, to be up there with the best. I don't care, Man City or Man United, we're going to win. And all the other fans around the Premier League, the same, from the bottom to the top. But you look what Ange is building. Ange is our Bill Nicholson. I'm quite happy calling them that because he is. He's our Bill Nick. He's our Arthur Rowe. He's our Keith Birkinshaw. There's a triangle here. Puskas taught Arthur Rowe about push and run. Puskas as well, taught Ange. Ange played under him. He was taught by the master himself of push and run, by the great Hungarian player back in the 20s. No, back in the 50s. Arthur Rowe, the master of the push and run, who won 2 league titles back-to-back. Second Division, 1949, 1950. First Division, 50-51. With the plays like of Bill Nick. Bill Nick took that push and run into a different era with the 60s side. When Keith Birkinshaw took over as manager, bought Bill Nick back. Bill Nick did a lot of scouting for the players. Graham Roberts he found, players like that went on to be successful in the 80s. We have found a manager that knows our DNA. We have found a manager that recognizes our soul. We have found a manager that knows what it means to wear that cockerel on your chest. How many people in the chat tonight, how many subs who subs to this channel would go out there and bust with pride to play for Tottenham Hotspur? I'm 47, unfit, dodgy back, dodgy heart, dodgy legs. If I probably wouldn't last 5 minutes on the pitch. But I tell you one thing, if I went on that pitch, I would give 150%. Because I want to play for Tottenham Hotspur. It's the same playing for Ireland as well. I'll do the same for that as well. And we have a manager who gets us, who's one of us. He's not a Conte or a Mourinho or a Nuno. They want one of us. Ange is one of us. He's a fan. He's a man you can go down to the pub with and probably have a good pint with him and talk about football. He's one of us. He knows what it wants. He knows what we want. He plays the football that we want. The good and bad of it. We played Chelsea last season. 9 men. We could have stuck a point out that, okay, we ended up losing 4-2. But how much praise? How much praise did we get after that game? I've never saw Tottenham, everyone staying in that ground, giving that team a standing ovation coming off because they were proud to wear that shirt. Never give up. Don't give in. If one player gets bullied, right, we double up on that. We back each other up. We're brothers. We're a family. That's what's been missing at Tottenham since the 80s. We have had flashes of teams. But Ange has brought us back to our core value, what it means to be Tottenham Hotspur. To dare is to do. That is our motto. Ange has brought that back in. Ange has put that into every player when he joins the club. That is the club motto. He sits them down in front of a TV. Right, watch this for 10 minutes. Everything you need to know about Tottenham Hotspur in 10 minutes. And he watches it, and he watches the trophies we've won. He watches the players that have graced our club. Glenn Hoddle, Ozzy Ardiles, Dave Mackay, John White, Bill Brown, Jimmy Greaves. Going all the way back to John Cameron back in 1901 when we won an FA Cup as a non-league side. We were the first team to win a European trophy, the first team to win 2 European trophies, the first team since Preston North End last century to do the double. We won a trophy every year from 51 to 91. Yeah, okay, we haven't won a trophy since 2008. But for a kick here and a kick there, we could have done, because we didn't have the right environment. We didn't have the right foundations. The house that Nick built was broken. It was in disrepair. It was falling down. Ange Postecoglou has come in to our house, into our home, and he stood there, right, I'm going to rebuild this house. He's fixed the foundations. He started from the bottom, and that's what we did last season. Now we're starting to build the house that Ange built. And we will get there. We will see this season, next season, the season after, these youngsters, these young Spurs Lions, you can call them, or Spurs cockerel players that will go out there. They're going to give to all them. They're going to prove that we're the best team in the world. We are a big club. Maybe we haven't been a big club in trophy-wise. By Christ, we're a big club by name. And everyone's going to know what it means to play for Tottenham Hotspur, because nobody's going to want to play against us. Nobody's going to want to be at our ground or when we go away, because we've got the best fans in the world. We've got the best manager in the world. We've got the best players in the world coming in. We've got the best stadium in the world. We are the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. We're going to rise. We're going to grow. And we're going to win. Because it all means something at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, this club will be nothing without us, the fans. And Ange recognises that. Ange knows what it means, what this club means to us. I get many people coming into the chat that have supported Tottenham for, 10 years to 72 years. And it means something to them. It means everything to them. This club means everything to us. It's our second family. And Ange gets that. Let's get behind the team. Let's get behind Tottenham. Let's get behind Ange, because we will damn well win something this week. Right, rant over. Sorry about that. I got started and I couldn't stop. But right, I need to go back to the chat. And then I am going to get over the rest of the news, guys, for you as well at the end of the show. We'll start here. Carl Simpson. No, I'm joining Domo on the hype train. There's more fun over there. It is. It's great. Tequila's coming on as well. The Tequila's going to come on the hype train. Tequila, the pranks still work on the train, Carl. Long as your body love is by the way can stop the train. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Don't worry, Carl. We'll get it work out. Boris, oh, yeah, our youth won 5-2 against Japan International on 21s. 2 goals from Mickey, 2 from Lancashire, 1 from Village. Yeah, I saw that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Big up to Jamie Rotten. All right, mate. Big up. How are you doing, sir? Sheffield United fan, I think, as well. And I hope you do well next season. I really do. I'd love to see Sheffield United back in the Premier League. Big up Colin Cross, my Celtic cousin. I agree, Dermo, but Ange will fall if we don't adapt. We all want to be. Yeah, we do. I sort of agree with you, but we will get there. We've got Yankee Mojo. Big up from Texas. Cool as well. Big up Yankee Mojo. For the one place I would love to go to. I've always wanted to go to Texas. I love it down there. What time is it over there? And let me know what the rest like. And is that a bit of a New York Yankee fan? I thought you'd be more of a Dallas Cowboys fan, but it looks like you're a New York Jets or you're Yankee. Is that basketball? Probably is basketball. I'm not sure. But big up Yankee Mojo. Great to see you in, sir. Carl says, I thought my sister had to ring the doorbell and run when we were kids. Does that mean I'm a master? Yeah, you are a master. Yeah. Neil says 10 to 12 weeks. Mark should tell us where he stands. If injuries can be avoided, all the better. We will need to see many players possible. We look like our reserves are getting even in skill. They are as well. Yankee Mojo said, give me Jay David, Jack Ramsey, Raffia, and Hauser. Who knows where we're going to go with this? Carl says, Hemer Miso is still a free agent, isn't he? If he is, I'm all over that. Same here. And yeah, he is. Hemer's for free just makes sense. It does make sense, Yankee Mojo. It really does make sense. And then we've got Neil Shafton. Time to stop talking about prices and disappointments. We need to get the finals of cup competition before we revert back to Paris. Yeah, it's just the point of other people start using that as an argument, and the way I use it is for a kick down, the kick down, but you've got to look forward. We will move forward. It's 1:45 p.m. in LA, 2:45 in Texas. Well, big up, Neil, and big up to you, Yankee Mojo, as well. Well, you want to know about a wonder kid? Well, here he is. He's 18 years old. His birthplace is Gangwon, South Korea. His height is 172. Citizenship, of course, of Korea. His position is an attacking right winger. He's a right footer as well. His main positions is he can play as a right winger and he can play as a left winger. Now, he's played 13 times as a right wing. He scored 5 goals and 1 assist. And as a left winger, he's played 11 times there, 2 goals and 2 assists. So he can play. He can play both sides, guys. His key leg statistics for this season: 24 appearances, 7 goals, 3 assists. For the national team, he's played in the under-17 South Koreas, 18 appearances and 1 goal. He's also played in the under-16 South Korea team, and he's made 5 appearances there, guys, and 1 appearances. And in the domestic cups as well, in the K-League under-18 championships, he's made 4 appearances and 1 goal. So the thing is, he's signing. I think he's going to stay there until January, and then he's joining Tottenham from January 2025. So that will be brilliant. A little bit of news. Let's go through. We've got Colin Domo. I heard that this new screen we have got Ogu. It's going to be involved in the Korean part of our tour. That would be great PR for it, and I think it is. And I think for me, he's come in as the replacement for Sonny. Sonny isn't getting any younger. And I think from a club financial point of view, to want to keep that market open. So it makes absolutely sense to bring in this wonder kid, which he is a wonder kid over there. Sonny's recommended him. Sonny has said, right, guys, you need to get this player in. And they've done it. But I think from a PR side of it, Colin, you're spot on. I think it's great for us. And I think brilliant for him. And I look forward to seeing him play. Dermo raining at me because of my idea in the big club. Dermo taking me to school. No, I'm not taking you to school. We are going to do a podcast to be part of the podcast tomorrow, or a future podcast for maybe a debate show. Are Spurs a big club? That is a debate show we're going to have, Tequila. But look, Tequila's one of these younger fans that I love to embrace, and I love to just show them, like me and Colin or Philip, we love to show you what Tottenham is and what we've seen. And just to show you, it will get there again. We will win stuff again. We will be successful again. So, and I'm bless you. I feel sorry for Tequila, fans like Tequila, who've only known the Enoch era, that have only seen us win 2 trophies. I'm so sorry. I mean, I saw us win 3 FA Cups, a UEFA Cup. 2 league. I've seen us win 3 FA Cups, a UEFA Cup, and 2 League Cups. So that's 5 or 6 trophies. I feel sorry for the likes of Tequila and the younger fans that have never seen us win anything. I feel sorry for you guys, but look, you have to embrace the history of the club to understand the club. You have to embrace the history to embrace what it means to be a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Colin and Philip Brady, my other co-host, one of the founder members of this channel, were around when we got relegated. They've seen a lot worse. They've also seen players like Jimmy Greaves and Martin Shivers and players like that, who I can only wish I could see. Right. More news on the Chessier thing. He's chosen the Premier League. Tottenham are leading the chase, but 2 other clubs are considering getting involved. And one other is already in talks. We should know where he's going for certain in the next 7 days maximum. So this is from my source, Carl. So Carl, I think you may be on the verge of breaking it big tonight on this channel. This is Chessier. Tottenham are leading the chase for Chessier. The Juventus striker. They are leading the club, but there are 2 other clubs considering getting involved, and 1 other is already in talks. So it's all about Tottenham getting in there first and getting the player and putting the money in. If he's 25 million, there's 30 million. Let's get the player. Let's get him in. Big up to my source and big up to Carl as well. You're an absolute legend, the pair of you. Tequila can't reply until tomorrow. What a cliffhanger. I know. It's a cliffhanger. I feel like I need the EastEnders ending theme song for that. It needs a. That's what we need. Maybe I should do a bit of. Maybe we should have that in the sound. I'm getting the soundboard, by the way, so you never know to get. We'll have something for them lot. Yankee says, I'm from San Antonio, Texas, aka Spurs land. I grew up a Yankees fan and started liking the other New York teams. Well, big up Yankee. Welcome to the channel. Pick up your Patreon. Get to come on the fan shows. We'd love to have you on. We'd love to join us for a podcast as well. Spread the word of this channel around to your other Spurs fans as well. Let them know where they can find the very best Tottenham news, views, watch-alongs around, and the most friendliest chat on YouTube. I'm very lucky. I have the best chat on YouTube. I really do. But welcome, Yankee. We've got Dean Terry as well. Big up, Dean. Haven't seen you before, sir, but welcome to the channel. And if you're subscribed, hit the notification bell. Welcome and great to have you here with us. It's just rarely think we need Eze in 2 to push on. I like bringing in young talent, but Eze is another level and Prem proven. This is the point I was making the other day, Dean. You're spot on in that. Look, as a striker, I know we're after this Juventus player, but I would prefer Ivan Toney. Though I do have my doubts about him, he is Premier League proven. I think that does sort of make it slightly easier because he knows the league. He knows how to play in the Premier League. There's no phasing in for him, trying to find out. But buying a striker from abroad can also be an advantage for you as well, because defenders don't know how to mark him. Do you know? And it would take defenses 6 months to half a season to work out how to defend us against a striker. So I think it has its advantages and disadvantages. But you know, I think you're right. Eze would be a great signing for us. I got a little bit on Eze, but I don't think you know it. But I hope it's wrong. I hope what I got is wrong. I really do. But big up. I'm just seeing if I got any other bit of news. No news yet. Now, this is the other bit of news I got this morning, guys. Eze is waiting for City to come in. Now, I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true this is. I know Eze wants to stay in London. So I don't know if this is just mischief or City are just nosing around. But apparently he's waiting for City to come in. Look, you'd be a bit of a fool not to want to go to Manchester City. They are the best team in the world right now. So you'd be a bit of an idiot not to go there. But are you going to go there a bit like Jack Grealish that went there for 100 million and was wasted? Jack Grealish is looking to depart Man City this summer. Would we be interested in buying Jack Grealish? Would you want him within the squad? I don't think Andrew would want him there because I think he's a bit of a party animal. He would disrupt the squad a little bit. So in my point of view, I wouldn't want Jack Grealish anywhere near the Tottenham squad. Eze, go and get him. But we have to wait and see what the player wants. Agents in his ear, City are playing this. It's all down to agents at the end of the day. Putting stuff in the player's ear. City can give you this more. And I think as a player, I think you've got to push away the agents and think what's good for you personally as a footballer. Where am I going to grow as a player? And I think if Eze had any sense, he will come to Tottenham because he'd be and will grow him into a great player. No disrespect to Pep Guardiola, who is probably the world's greatest manager right now. I just don't think Eze will get a lot of game time at City, as he would get more game time at Tottenham, personally, in my own opinion. So that is one of the bit of news that he is wanting to go. And then also this one now has been rumbling on for a few days, guys. That this was from my source today that we understand, or he understands, Aston Villa have rejected West Ham's bid for John Duran. I did call him John Doe to Tequila earlier because I forgot his last name, but I should have known. As a massive Duran fan, I should have known his name was John Duran, so I should remember that. 32 million, Lewis offered, and the sell-on clause. Still not enough. 40 million for this young lad. Too much, but that's football these days. Villa talks continue as Duran wants the West Ham up to the clubs. Also, he has been offered a Barney the Dinosaur West Ham special mascot. That apparently is on the table. So there you go. Barney getting around, and of course there's the Emerson stuff. A little bit of sad news today, guys. We are going to talk about this tomorrow in the podcast as well, guys. Let's just see. I've got another bit of breaking news. Right. This is. I'm going to play the breaking news thing. I haven't played it tonight, have I? So let's play the breaking news thing. You like this? Took me a long time to get this ready. I had to change it once because YouTube didn't like the music. But anyway, here's the breaking news. God, I like that. Now, first bit of news. Ivan Toney is turning his focus on the possible forcing a move out of Brentford and likes the idea of spearheading Ange's Tottenham team. Ange, go and get Ivan Toney. We need the Toney man in the squad to bang in the goals. He's the next level up. He's our new Harry Kane. I think Ivan Toney's got the talent, and he's Premiership proven. And look, I think it makes a great deal. He wants to come to Tottenham. Ange wants to get it done. And rumour, well, we don't deal in rumour. We deal in speculation on this channel. So I'm going to change that to speculation. Jack Grealish, who seems surplus requirements at Man City, may see a return to Aston Villa, but is open to moving to the capital and plays football. Tottenham and Chelsea are watching the situation. Let me know in the chat, guys, or in the comments after the stream. Would you want Jack Grealish at Tottenham Hotspur? Let me know. I say no. I'd be interested to see what Tequila says tomorrow night, actually. And Colin, and we're going to put it into a poll. Would you want Jack Grealish at Tottenham? For me, he's a traitor because he turned down Ireland and he went to play for England. For me, he's already a traitor. Like the other West Ham Lachiko, he's another traitor as well, who I refuse to say his name. I will not call him by anything bar Declan the traitor. That is his name for me. But Ivan Toney is turning his focus on possibly forcing the move out of Brentford. I could see Reglan going the other way, guys, in that move. Brentford getting Reglan, bit of cash, Ivan Toney in. You've heard it here first. Let's see now. All we have to talk a bit about Bordeaux. Bordeaux, probably one of the big clubs in France. I think they've won the title 6 times in France. Bordeaux will lose their professional status as a club. Players' contracts will be terminated and the training centre will close. This is probably one of the bigger clubs to actually potentially go out of business. And I don't know if it will happen in the Premier League, but it's happening a little bit in Europe. Serie A had their problems with financial problems and their corruption and everything went on there. Are France heading the one way? France seemed to be a one-team league. I'm very sorry to hear Bordeaux are going out of business. I'm sorry for the fans. I'm sorry for the players. But I will talk about more tomorrow night. The podcast we will talk about this, and I'm working out a few questions for that, guys. Let's go through the chat, guys, and I think I'll end it off there unless there's no more news to break. But if there is, I will let you know, as I always will do. We've got, Dean, he says, new to the channel, mate, just subscribe. Totally agree. Would love Tony. Lots of rumours. He's up for he is up for joining us, Dean. And welcome to the THFC family. Great to have it long as well. Big up to also Yankee Mojo as well. Great to see new faces. And we love seeing it. And just love seeing Spurs fans. What we do, we don't get to any topics on here. We don't get into any. We just love talking Spurs, and we love hearing your opinions. And our opinions may differ, but we all respect each other in this channel, and that's what we've always done. Another bit of breaking news that's coming in. Solomon wants to stay at Tottenham. However, this not may happen. He has options. If Tottenham seem he's no longer required, he's on a list of 6 teams, 3 from Spain, 1 from Germany, and 2 Italian clubs are looking at him. So Solomon could be on the way out. Sad. But that's football, I guess. Carl says, also, Guardiola leaves City at the end of the season, 1 year left in his contract. That's so true. Tequila's on the floor laughing so hard, tears are running down his face. Tequila nearly peed himself with laughter because I said John Doe again. And I've just had crashing noise. He's fell off his chair again. He's laughing again. Neil, it's simple. It's a simple answer. Eddie wants just to sit on the bench and collect his wages, or does he want to get to a squad who are in the need skill set? For me, I want to go and play football. And win something with Tottenham. We're on the up. Man City are on the way down. Man City, think of it this way. You look at the trajectory of both clubs. I think City are now going to start to go down and we're going to start to go up. Football works in cycles. Spurs are back, baby. We are back. Colin Cross, this will Pep's last year, so it could be make Ezzy's mind also. That is so true. Just another bit of breaking news. I'll tell you one thing, right? This is true as God. I sit, right, and I put these shows together, and I sit all day, and I get the news just trickles in, right? It trickles in. I get to this time every night. It's like bang, 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 one after the other, after the other, after the other. It's mad. It's mental. I love the transfer window. It gives me such a buzz. Tottenham are interested in Aston Villa's Jacob, but that's been running on for quite a while, actually. Remain strong this summer, despite Spurs' ongoing pursuit. Villa are hesitant to part with Ramsey, especially now they have avoided any financial pressures after the PSR deadline. And, of course, I was going to break it that Ryan Seganon has actually signed a 2-year contract to go back to Fulham on a free transfer following his relief. So I wish Ryan Segason all the very best. He was so unlucky with us, and I hope he finds his form again at Fulham. Tequila, why would anyone want to join West Ham? Dean says Tequila's yeah, true. I mean, West Ham. How could you describe West Ham in one word? Answers on a postcard, please. Boris, I take Peachy Grealish. Anyone would. I wouldn't. He's a traitor. Yeah. You have to see it from an Irish fan's point of view, Boris, to understand that. David, big up the big Aussie. G'day, David. Great to see you in. I have a lot of respect for this man. He's an absolute legend. He's been with us from the good times. He's been with us from the bad times. But David's always been here. He's been a true supporter of this channel. So big up, David. It's always great to see you in, sir. But true. Haha. Carson, I take Grealish. Ange will get it out of him. Yeah, within 5 minutes. He'll stick him in a dungeon somewhere in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Stay in there to become sensible. Tequila, yeah, he's a good player. Would take Jacko. So would I. Finish that. A bit. Poor Bordeaux. No finish at all. I don't like the cut. No, I don't either, Yankee. I think he's an idiot and a traitor. Got a daft haircut for sure. I mean, poor old guy. I mean, he's a traitor, but he does have a daft haircut. Yeah, take Gil back. FOA, sorry, LOL. It was a bit heavy. Don't worry about it. Big up to Premier Sports. I said we would get Ezzy, guys. Calm down. It's just Palace trying to get players in. Well, Palace have bought a player today, guys, and I am going to go through the last bit of the Premier League transfer news for you before we end off. I think we will get Eze as well. And look, we've gained a few new subscribers tonight from myself, Tequila, Philip, and Colin. Thank you so much. It means a hell of a lot to us. as we rock on to 2K. I would love to get to 2K before the start of the season. We're getting so close now. I can feel it. I can touch it. We're nearly there. And if we reach, every time we reach, when we reach 1882, it's when Spurs were formed. Every show we're going to come on what happened in this day in history. So watch out for that. That's going to be fun. It's going to be new content this season. Phillips actually can go through, like for August, what happened in that month in years gone by. So please watch out for that. Right. Let's see where we go. God, I'm so behind the chat. I am so behind. Got another bit of breaking news for you guys. Tottenham have Dominic Calvert-Lewin on their list of potential signings. However, Ange Postecoglou isn't too keen on the Everton forward and views them as a last resort option. Ange, you're a genius, because I don't want them anywhere near Tottenham at all. Not hell's bell. Let's see now. I've got some more breaking news. Right. Let's see. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know what's happened there. I leave that up to you, Tequila, to sort out, sir. Big up Destiny Fine as well. Lancashire and Yang are the next Kane and Son. Do you know what? They are. They are. Remember, the Alamo Yankees. Yeah, true. Big up Yankee. Off for a run. Catch you later. Coys. Big up. Enjoy your run. Enjoy your run, son. Grealish rocking the 90 curtains. Yeah. Both humbugs. And both humbug the Irish Scrooge. Yeah, exactly. He is the Irish Scrooge. Him and the other Declan Latchico. Both traitors of the Irish nation. It's only reason to blow bubbles. Exactly. Absolutely. Exactly. Now, I told you a bit about John Duran. As you can see, this is what we got earlier. They've reached an agreement. Well, West Ham have improved their bid for Villa for John Duran. Current now 32 million, but Aston Villa have rejected that. Now, Crystal Palace got the green light from the Olympique Marseille president Pablo Longoria, I think it's the same name, to the final proposal worth 15 to 60 million euro total package for Islam Sarr. Sarr will travel to London to Palace to undergo a medical test and sign a 5-year deal, fully agreed as reported days ago. This will also, I think, open the door for Eze to move to Tottenham. So I think this could be Palace's replacement for Eze. And this one, we've been rumbling on about this the last few weeks as well. Desier Doro has not decided yet his next club. He's not informed about any decision as of this afternoon, but Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich remain in the race with their proposals on the table. No decision expected today, but I've heard, and I think from my sources, Tottenham are not in the race for this player anymore. So we just have to wait and see what happened. Neil says, London's got another case of SARS. Yeah, I know. Carlson, Eze, we are waiting for you, mate. Exactly. Would take kudos, prowls. But do you know what? Bowen, that's another thing I saw today. Bowen could be in for him. Another player who I'd love to see go and get is a Spanish player called Cabu. And he's a great winger. He really would be absolutely unreal in the Premier League. Well, listen, guys, that's it for me. That's it for Dermatron for today. We are back tomorrow at 9 with the Cockle Clock podcast with myself, Tequila, hopefully Colin, and also Boris as well, our Patreon member, making his awaited debut on the channel. Do get over to the Patreon page. Do please pick up your patrons. That means you then get to come on to Patreon, you get to come on to the podcast, you get to come on to debates as well, and then you also get the rights, if you join up the Discord as well, to come in and join us on our fan shows, which we are doing after every Premier League watch along this season. And also one more thing for us, guys, if you don't mind. I know it's a big, tough word out there, and I know times are hard. I know they're hard, but it really would mean a lot to us. If you can hit that QR code, our official partner, Wraith Energy, who are sponsoring this stream, hit the QR code, use the code THFCTID for 10% off for your best energy drinks, cups, mugs, T-shirts, whatever. Get them in. Get ready for the season. It's going to be one hell of a ride this season. It really, really will be. And we've got another little bit of breaking news. Pedro Porro, now this is unconfirmed. Pedro Porro is on the Manchester United's wish list to replace soon outgoing Wan the Basket. Now, I don't know, this is only speculation, but Ange will not be going to Man United. You can bugger off. You can bugger off. Bugger off, Man United. You're not having our player. But listen, thank you all for watching. I want to thank everyone coming in. Yankee, Dan as well. I think I want to thank some of the Patreon. I want to thank Boris, who's our Patreon member. Big up to Boris as well. Big up to Carl. Big up to Dean Terry, who subscribed tonight. Great to see you as well. Big up to Neil. Big up to Tequila, my great co-host. Big up to the Hotspur Lounge. Please get over to his channel. Does a great channel as well. He says Bordeaux were champions of the French League 2008 and a very historical club. Shame to see them fall. It is. Get over to his channel. Big up to the Yankee Mojo, a new subscriber as well. Big up to David. Big up to Neil. Big up to the Premier Hotspur. Great to see you back, son. And I think that's about it. Whatever you're doing, enjoy yourself. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscription button as well. Do that on our new European channel as well, the European Football Network. Please hit and like and subscribe, and there's our second channel as well for all your non-Spurs football this season as well. We're back tomorrow at 9. Unless there is any more breaking news, you will hear it first and fastest here on THFC till I die. Whatever you're doing, enjoy the rest of your evening. AKA Dermatron out. Come on, you Spurs.